Hello, good morning from Pax Europiana here from Pristina. I'm leaving now this beautiful city on the 3-lane highway out of the city. Here you see the traffic control, they are checking, and here it's very good coordinated. You have a real better government now here with low corruption level, and the new government, which everybody confirms to me here, is much less corrupt than in the past, and it's much better governance, and the preparation for EU membership of Kosovo are going ahead. 2029 regulatory alignment and also the standards of implementation ready for EU membership will be achieved. This is the promise of the new government, and this is absolutely doable. The question if then the EU will be ready to accept Kosovo or continue its racist policy of discrimination of that beautiful republic, that remains to be seen. But I'm optimistic because Kosovo is really transforming so well. I show you here this huge shopping mall. I show you the commercial center and the superhighway, which is absolutely amazing superhighway here to Skopje, because that's the destination of our today's visit. We will go to Skopje, and with the new highway it's absolutely doable. Within just in 1.5 hours we will be there, and we are very, very good also then to see what is going on in Macedonia, in North Macedonia, and why the EU is blocking here the EU negotiations since 17 years. I cannot, when you see the dimension of how long Macedonia is already EU candidate since December 2005. This is the moment when I came to Kosovo first time to work as an advisor. I remind myself I was celebrating the EU candidate status of Macedonia in December 2005 here in the Ministry of Trade and Industry, and I thought here everything is on track. We move very fast, and this is all of my work life, almost in the Balkans. The 17 years later, I still have to argue for the starting of the negotiations, and then you think that the EU is really, on that respect, by old love, quite a ridiculous organization if it takes 17 years to start negotiations. Anyhow, don't get me started in that one. Here you see very beautiful Manhattan, the downtown of Pristina, with all these big sky-rise buildings and the enormous kind of miracle of middle class mobility, financial upwards. When the banking sector works, when also the cadastre works, when everything works, then it's really amazing. And here you see the symbol of international neglect and failure. This is the energy policy of the international community for the last 22 years. Only crisis management without a strategy. Yugoslavian 2AB KEK installation over there. Still, they don't want coal, but coal is burned every single day because there is no other way, and because they have not really endorsed coal, then we burn it on the old technology because they have blocked the new technology, and they have blocked the new modern sea plant. That's the third block of the Kosovo electricity generation, because they don't like coal. They have blocked the new coal, and so we burn the coal the old way, like Yugoslavia did in the 1960s. Yeah. So this is the international policy for you. If you are honest, Macedonia since 17 years waiting for a start of negotiation, and here the energy policy, because we don't like coal, we continue to burn coal, but we don't like to burn it on new technology, we burn it on the 1960s technology. And then thank you very much for this great decision-making process of international community, when the reality, when our strategic complexities and various policy goals hit the ground, and then we are in this kind of situation. But against the wish of the international community, and basically on my beautiful advice from the start, the international community and the local community, the Kosovo government and the Albanian government have built a very beautiful highway here between the two nations. Here is the highway to Mitrovica, to Budajevo, to Tirana, and this is a major success of this country because now there is efficient infrastructure connectivity between Pristina and Tirana, and Pristina and Skopje, and that's an unprecedented major success. And this is really what you see then, the strategic direction of a country is expressed in its infrastructure, and they were able, under enormous focus on infrastructure, to build these 2 highways, and they are really very important to be built, and they have done that, and that was a really very good idea. Now they build also the highway towards Preševo Valley, and then also to Serbia, the Peace Highway, which is going very slowly actually, because Serbia is not really seriously for peace. But recent developments of a Vučić statement and of Mrs. Barnabić statement against Russia may lead in the direction that under the pressure of the international community and the facts of the Russian aggression, maybe Serbia is gradually preparing some decency in terms of better governments, and that would be really amazingly welcome. So that's what I hope will be. That's the road to Tirana. That's the road to Skopje, and here will be the highway to Chilan. That means basically to Preševo, to the south of Serbia. And you see how the progress is when you have a modern highway. You feel like in Europe, in the European Union, in terms of infrastructure here. Kosovo is ready for Europe already now. It's beautiful and it's amazing. I can just say you that this is such a good feeling when you compare it to how in the past it was, the driving, it was a disaster, and now we are driving on an international standard, top-class highway here in the middle of Kosovo, and that's a really great feeling. We have 80 kilometers to go to Skopje. Here in Kosovo everything is ready. Of course it's not ready in Macedonia, because on some levels unfortunately they are a little bit stuck because of the conflict with Bulgaria. They have lost 30 years with Greece, and also they took 30 years to settle the situation internally. But now the internal situation is settled, and that's very good. So also Macedonia is on a much better way, because of course I think now in June there will be the breakthrough in terms, not the breakthrough on the Macedonian front, but the breakthrough to have a very clear yes to the start of negotiations. And as you know very well, I'm very clearly in favor of the 3 NATO allies, Macedonia, Albania and Montenegro, to be very fast-track in the European Union, already to vote in 2024, because it's entirely possible to do that. All of you who know how enlargement works, they know that Bulgaria and Romania were also fast-tracked as a result of the Kosovo War, and this was the really good decision. Here is Marigona, one of the gated communities where you see how things are developing, and the upper middle class is investing and living in this beautiful area here. This is really very nice residential area. You see here Lipian, very beautiful, happening over there with a lot of construction material business already developing. I've shown you also this beautiful university, UBT, which is over there, the innovation campus, and that's really very good. And here things are very positive and very, very good on that one. So we are absolutely fine on that one, and I think that this is very good, and I am confident that things are looking very good. One of this big wow, hill group, very good. You look at it, yeah. There are a lot of SMEs that's really working. The construction material sector, the food processing sector, based on smaller family-run SMEs in the construction material and food construction sector. That's a big success, and that is what is the entrepreneurship, the innovation drive, and the business acumen of the Kosovo Albanians, and their trust in the future. This is really what works here. What is not working is the energy policy of the international community, but I think we will overcome that now with more responsible and in the crisis. Of course, the agriculture is also underinvested, because it's no IPRAT light projects here, because it could be all already in the European kind of agriculture policy like it is in Albania and in Macedonia, if we had some better policy, and we should have, please, that would be good. Here's Lipian, that's this beautiful second southern community, and I will show you more of it in the next video. For now, please support the Republic of Kosovo visa liberalization, the membership in the World Trade Organization, the Council of Europe and the EU candidate status, the Partnership for Peace of NATO, together with Cyprus, the recognition of Cyprus by Kosovo, and of Kosovo by Cyprus, and of Greece, Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine, Bosnia, and also Moldova and Georgia. And also make sure that we have the peace offer ready for Serbia to get the euro as currency, same like Kosovo has it, for the recognition of Kosovo, and then to work very closely together for peace in the Balkans and fast-track EU accession of Bosnia, Serbia and Kosovo together in 2029. This is the better policy, and this way is the way for peace. And let's have a big investment package of the European Union to fund the integration of the Balkans in the EU together with Ukraine, because we anyhow need $1 trillion for Ukraine. So it really is better to make peace in one swooping package, to have the integration of the Balkans attached to Ukraine, and to bring all the countries in the European Union of 37. And that's my wish, a bit of my morning prayer on this beautiful morning. And if you can sign the beautiful petition for visa liberalization on which we have shared. And yes, and more to come from Pax Europiana on this beautiful Saturday morning on the way to Skopje. And we will keep you posted in the coming days about future developments. Support EU enlargement, and 72 kilometers here to come. We don't see the magic mountains. Normally it's very beautiful, but it's a bit dizzy now. This is the Brezovica mountain. This is Verisai, and it's very beautiful here. And it's really amazing. I like it very much and looking forward. Thanks a lot, and build super highways like this. Oh, the Green Party is against highways? Okay, now I stop. Bye.